Hi all, hope you are safe and doing good. Today we are going to continue with Chomsky normal form. So just we'll recall what is Chomsky normal form first. So Chomsky normal form, a production in a context-free grammar is said to be in CNF, that is Chomsky normal form. If it takes any one of the following forms, that is each production of the grammar must be either in this form, that is A tends to BC, that is the right hand side or the body of the production must consist of either a two non-terminals or a variables or a single terminal. So if all the productions in the given grammar takes or in the form of any of these two productions, then we say that a given context-free grammar is in Chomsky normal form. So already we have seen 3 videos related to it. That is, when I want to convert a context-free grammar to Chomsky normal form, it should be free of null production. That is, epsilon symbol should not be there in the given grammar, and there should not be any unit production. And finally, it should be free of useless symbols. To achieve these things, we have seen the steps. That is, now we know, given a context-free grammar, how to eliminate epsilon production or the null production from it. Similarly, unit production and the useless symbols from it. So from this, an important point or a thing that we have to remember is that given a grammar and asked to convert or write in the form of Chomsky normal form, first of all, we have to check whether any of these, that is null production or unit production or a useless symbol exist. If it exists, then those things has to be removed, then you have to come for this final step. And the order of elimination of these has to be followed as such. That is, first you have to remove the epsilon production, followed by the elimination of the unit production, then followed by the useless symbols. We should not change the order of removing all these things. So now we'll assume that the input grammar is free of all these null production, unit production, useless symbols, and we'll start rewriting the grammar into Chomsky normal form. So this, we'll take one example and we'll see and we'll apply the algorithm on it. So consider this grammar. So since we have assumed that there is no unit production, epsilon production, then useless symbol, there is no such symbol in it. I've already removed all those things. Now, when you observe this grammar, so here you take the first production of this grammar, that is I tends to A slash B slash IA, IB, I0, I1. So here this option, that is first two options are in Chomsky normal form. Why? Because it consists of only a terminal symbol. So we know that if a context-free grammar consists of a terminal symbol, then it is said to be in Chomsky normal form. But what about the remaining options? It is not in Chomsky normal form. Why it is not in Chomsky normal form? Because it is a combination of a non-terminal and a terminal symbol. Right? So these things has to be converted. Similarly for the subsequent productions. So usually they'll solve or convert this context-free grammar into Chomsky normal form by following two steps. It will not be explicitly mentioned, but actually they'll follow this in sequence. That is, first of all, they'll leave the single terminals that is present, and they'll go with the options that is a combination of terminals and non-terminals. First, these combination, that is the options consisting of are made up of combinations of terminals and non-terminal symbols are converted to a combination of non-terminal symbols. Why we are converting combinations of terminals and non-terminals to only of non-terminal is that we know that in context-free grammar, the right hand side of the production, that is body of the production, must contain either a terminal symbol or a two non-terminal symbols, right? So if it is a terminal symbol, no problem. But if it is a combination of a terminal and non-terminal, it should be converted to a terminal form. So, but when we convert this terminal to non-terminal combinations into non-terminal forms, we may get a body of the production consisting of more than two symbols. So that will be converted in the next step. So here we are going to see, here we are going to rewrite all these combinations to be of non-terminals, right? So here we are taking only the first production. So here what I am doing is that I am replacing this A with some non-terminals. So here we should be very careful. This non-terminal, whatever you are using for renaming it, should be different from the already existing non-terminals, right? So here I am replacing the small a with this capital A, and I am adding one more production to the grammar, say A tends to small a, right? Similarly, you have to replace for B and also for 0 and for 1. So now when you observe this production, so this first production is now in Chomsky normal form. But it may not be the case, but here we got the answer in single step, right? Similarly, we have to do for the remaining productions present in the grammar. So here I am not doing anything, just replacing the terminals and options, that is body of the production containing the combinations of terminals and non-terminals into non-terminals alone, right? Similarly for the second production. So just for space, I have written all those things in a single line, right? So next for the second one, similarly we know that you need not repeat for the second production because already here A is there. So we know that small a is replaced by A tends to A. You should not replace here because already it is in CNF, right? So I have just made use of all these symbols here. And when you observe, these are the two terminal symbols that is found extra when compared to the first production. Again, you have to replace for every terminal, you have to do this, right? So you are replacing. Similarly, for the remaining. Now, so we have done for all the productions given the grammar. So what we have done, I'm repeating it again. So all the terminals and non-terminal combination, that is all the options containing terminal and non-terminal combinations are rewritten so that it contains only of non-terminals. So after doing this conversion, when you observe the productions, so what about the first production? It is in Chomsky normal form because all the options contains either a terminal symbol or a combination or non-terminals, two symbols of non-terminals, and also these options are also in Chomsky normal form. Here when you consider the third production, so here everything, but what about the last option? It is not in Chomsky normal form. Why it is not in Chomsky normal form? Because it consists of three non-terminals. It should not be the case. Chomsky normal form, in Chomsky normal form, every production must consist of only two non-terminals. So you have to, the next step is to reduce this. Similarly here and also here, and last but one production also you have to replace all these things, right? So in the second step you will be replacing it. So it is very simple. So you have to replace the last two symbols. So for example here you will be replacing, that is EQ will be replaced by a non-terminal. Say just to differentiate between step 1 and step 2, whatever replacement I am making here, I am naming it as C1, right? So C1, I am eliminating EQ and replacing that with C1, then C1 tends to EQ. So also now, why I am replacing only two non-terminals? Because in Chomsky normal form, it must contain only two non-terminal symbols. Similarly, applying the same rule, now we have converted the given grammar into Chomsky normal form, right? So when you are asked a problem to rewrite the given or context-free grammar to convert to Chomsky normal form, so what are the steps we have to follow? First, you have to check whether there is any epsilon production. If there is any nullable symbol, that you have to remove. Second, output of that has to be passed as an input for the elimination of unit production. From that, you have to eliminate the unit production. From the grammar or to the grammar for which we eliminated the unit production, you have to check for the existence of useless symbols. If any useless symbol exists, that has to be removed, and after removing the useless symbol, the output of that has to be passed as an input for the Chomsky normal form. So after applying these two steps, automatically our grammar will be in Chomsky normal form. That's it. In addition to this video, I will be adding one more presentation which solves a problem completely, and you can follow that, go through it, then you can start solving the worksheet. Thank you.